my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my channel. Would you be interested in interest rates at 1%? Well, I've come across a product that does exactly that. Now, this is an interesting scheme that's been set up by a company called New. They have a way that you could just be paying 1% interest on your property, which is absolutely crazy. Now, there's some skeptics to this as well. Some people are saying that this is a high risk strategy, but looking into that, let's decide amongst us what we feel against this strategy. Do you think this is a good way to get onto the property ladder? Comment below with your thoughts on this video. As always, before we jump into this, make sure you subscribe to the channel over there, hit the bell notification. We've just hit 20,000 subscribers. It's really growing the channel really fast. We make new content every single day, so you don't want to miss out on that. And smash the like button, tickle the like button. Do something to the like button over there, guys. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And we want to grow the channel even more. So everyone that does that, thank you. So this is a company I've never heard of until today, but they've got quite a lot of press in the last week. They're called New. And they are a company that is working with new build companies. For example, Wimpy, Taylor, Nicholson Developments, great name that one. There's lots of new build developers, and those new build developers in the last year have been pretty quiet. In fact, they've stopped a lot of projects and they've laid off a lot of staff. And so this is interesting because this potentially gets them going again. So they're really embracing this, the new build developers. And so what New are able to do is actually reduce your interest rate. The headline rate they talk about is reducing your interest rate just down to 1%, which is crazy cheap. If you think about it today, you're lucky to get lower than 4% in this market. So how do they do that? Well, when you buy from a new build developer, some of them have incentives. And so when you're driving around, you probably see these big new build developments and they say, we'll help with your deposit, or you can part exchange your house, or various different strategies in order to get you to buy that property initially. And what some of these companies do is they say they'll give you 5% towards the deposit. Now, what New do is they take that builder incentive on for you. They work as an intermediary with the lender. So they're working with some pretty big lenders on this. They've got Halifax on board, which is obviously big. They've got Virgin on board, and they've got I can't remember who else, Nationwide I think as well. Either way, they've got some big lenders on, right? Now, these guys here want a 5% deposit, right? And you're going to have to put a 5% deposit down regardless. So your deposit's still going to be 5% over here. But what the new build developers will do is give you an additional 5%. Now, what happens with that money is it then goes to the mortgage lender and is used to effectively take some of your monthly payment off. And you can do this for 2 years or 5 years. So if you do it for 5 years, the reduction in the monthly payment is not going to be as high. If you do it for 2 years, that's how you can get it down to 1%. So let's just say Halifax, for example, give you a 5% interest rate. Then the developer will give you a 5% deposit. New will take that 5% deposit. They will give it to Halifax and as an upfront payment to Halifax, so it's better for Halifax. And they'll use that to reduce your monthly payments for the first 2 years. Now, this is really good to get you onto the property ladder. So you can get on with a relatively small deposit of 5%. You can then reduce your monthly payments. If you're going to go from 5% down to 1%, that can be a huge discount. Could be hundreds and hundreds of pounds that you save on your monthly payment. So that, in a nutshell, looks good. So where's the skepticism on this? What's the downside to this? Well, a few things. One, some people are saying, and I agree with this, new builds can often be overpriced, right? Overpriced. When you buy a new build property, you initially lose some money, like when you buy a car, because it's only new once. People like to have that new feel. Everything smells amazing. It's theirs. No one else has touched it, right? So once that's gone, it's gone. And so you lose maybe 5% of the value of the property anyway. The other side of it, what people are saying is this is going to get you comfortable with a lower monthly payment. And interest rates are not going to go back to 1%. So after that 2-year period, you're going to immediately go back onto the normal market rate. And that could be quite a shock for some people. That means your payments could go from 200 quid to 800 quid, which would mean a big, big impact to a lot of people. And people live within their means, they get comfortable. So that's one of the warnings. However, my opinion is if you feel that you are good with your money, you manage your money, and you want to have that opportunity to get that new property with only a 5% deposit, and you do want to reduce your monthly payments, maybe you could reduce the monthly payments and the difference that you save put into a savings account rather than just going on flash holidays and getting cars and stuff like that, then this could be a winner for some people. And it's expected that if this gets the publicity, the marketing, and these developers get really behind this, this could start pushing new build properties forward again, because right now they have stagnated. That end of the market is really tough. People aren't buying new builds so much, and they're not even building so much at the moment. So this could bring the developers back in and get the market moving. Now, there could be other schemes that the government launch in the budget this week or next week even that complement this, that make this even better. But I always want to bring everything that's going on in the market, and I think this is potentially something to consider if you do your due diligence, if you really understand what it's going to be like when you're on the higher payment. Make sure you can afford it at that now. Don't just think, hey, well, I can get this cheaper now and I'll figure it out, because you won't. Right? You need to be responsible when you lend money. You're going to go through all the normal checks anyway. There will be affordability done at the higher mortgage payment. So make sure that you do all of that. But this is certainly worth checking out. And it's certainly worth sharing with someone that maybe you know that is saving for a property right now. It could be an option for them. Maybe let them go and have a look. Let me know your thoughts and comments on this one. I know this will be interesting in the comments. Do subscribe to the channel. Do like the video. Share this video with people that you know should be watching it. And while you're here, if you want to know about property investing, you want to know how to get properties below market value, you want to know what strategy is the right strategy in this market, you want to know about auctions, all of that stuff, go and invest in the fundamentals of property investing. It's a one-off cost of less than 50 quid. It's linked in the description below. Come and join us on that. You'll absolutely love it, I promise. That's it. Go and check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.